Rodolfo, los migrantes son... Una distracción. El sujeto está en movimiento.
Parece que cruzaron el río en una lancha. Vamos a buscarlos.
Órale. Órale, Watcher.
Alejandro, do not let Hassan cross the border.
Solid copy. Out.
Si cruzan la frontera, güey. No te
Thanks, Watcher.
cruzan la frontera, güey. Mira, coronel, ahí, hacia el norte, hacia su lancha.
Párate aquí. Escucha. El cartel está moviendo rápido a Hassan.
Todavía lo podemos agarrar antes de que crucen.
Entendido. El muro está adelante. Prepárate.
El cartel de las almas está trabajando con Irán. Esto es nuevo. ¿Y si Hassan cruza?
Cambiamos la estrategia. Rodolfo, siga para adelante. El muro es por aquí, sargento. Aprieta, güey. Rodolfo, muévete. Hassan va a cruzar. Rodolfo, siga para adelante.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3.
Muro por aquí, sargento. Aprieta, güey.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3.
Rodolfo, muévete. Hassan va a cruzar.
Testing, test.
Rodolfo, muévete. Hassan va a cruzar.
Testing, test.
Rodolfo, siga para adelante. El muro es por aquí, sargento. Aprieta, güey.
All right, everybody, we are hand over your head.
Cuidado, cuatro vándalos. Mira, Hassan, arriba del muro.
Listen to me. All right, so nonetheless, right? You see people getting shot. You see the wall? We can start there. Or we can start in other places, but you know what? Since it's right here at the wall, this is the what? Is this the Mexican border? The Havoc crew, what's up?
What's up, y'all? This is the Havoc crew playing currently. This is MW2, so stay live.
You done, Noah? Yes. All right, this is over your head. So, as you can see, do you see what's happening here? This is a video. It's a video game, right? Right. And it looks like a real person, doesn't it? It's okay. We're going to proceed with this. Don't worry about it. So this is how it actually goes. They're showing you the wall. They're showing you how it's made. They're showing you a lot of other things too at the same time. But this is not what they're showing you. They're not showing you the fact that they put a wall there, right? All right. That's over your head, though. I wonder why they put a wall there. Did they put a wall there for Canada? All right. What are your thoughts, Havoc crew?
My thoughts are they must have been civilized at first to have like their own type of land. Because it's like when you have a house like this gate currently. Yeah. This is not your land. So if it's not yours, of course you're going to have a wall.
Okay. Right.
That's what I think about it. In order to put up a wall, they must have been civilized about it. So you can mark your land and your boundaries.
I mean, I guess it can be seen in both of those ways, but let's continue to go along with it because the main reason for this, and do you see the flag? You see it's a Texas flag, right? Yo, this is so far over your head, bro. This is too far over. It's too far over. All right, see. All right, like for example, right? Let me tell you how this over your head. These people just came over the wall, right? Then they just come over the wall?
Yes.
That means they're from another region, quote unquote country, yeah?
Special forces!
But when they come over the wall, right? What they do? They were invited over by the government. They bum rushed the joint, right? They went. They got an ID. They got a social. After they got all that, what happened?
They started getting favored by Joe Biden. They got real special. Okay, yeah. I can tell you that.
And then on top of that, yeah, right. You done know. And then right after that, what they start doing? They can go get cars, houses and shit, credit cards. These niggas working, right? They getting food stamps. They getting checks from the government. They getting double over, don't it? You see it, right?
Yeah.
And it's 20 of them living in one domicile, right? So their credit sky motherfucking high, bruh. You see what I'm saying? That's over your head. Watch this now.
Copy. I've got local.
Now watch this. So let one person, I heard one person, right? They complained to me, right? They sent me a message. They said they just went to Verizon. Yes, Verizon, I'm coming for you. And they got an account with Verizon. And they got 3 lines on the show, right? They set it up, right? It was a Spanish dude inside. He was all happy. That's what they messaged me. He was happy, real nice to them and everything. And set them up. Ported their numbers from another network over to them, right? Even they purchased 2 phones after they did that. They went, okay, so what did they say? They said their account was open for 30 days. But before they could get to the 30 days, they got a bill in the mail. About 2 weeks prior to the due date. The bill, they said, based on this, you know what? Let me just look at this, y'all. Let me look at the text that they sent me here in TikTok.
Se fueron por ahí.
All right. And then, all right, so they said that the bill was literally $200 more than what they were quoted in the store.
$200?
200, bro. 200.
That's insane.
Yeah.
No por mucho tiempo.
Think it ain't? All right. So then they said they didn't understand what was going on, but during this time, when they had these current lines, because they said, let's see, in a text, they said they purchased 2 new phones. One was a trade-in, and the other one they purchased outright. Right. So they wasn't getting no phone calls, barely getting any text messages. I mean, it was terrible, right? Come to find out, they went back to the store, only to find out that they were being charged for activation fees in which they weren't supposed to be charged. The Spanish dude that quote unquote connected them had amnesia. Alright? The number he quoted them for their bill, when they came in and said, oh, remember you helped me last time? He was like, oh yeah, I remember you, but he didn't want to help them. And then he sent a black dude to help them. And then so they said, let me look, in the text they said that they quoted to the black dude the amount that the Spanish dude told them that their account would be per month. And the Spanish dude said, I don't remember that number. I didn't tell you that. I didn't tell you that. And according to the text, he said, well, I ain't pull that out my ass. That's what you gave me. That's what you told me. That's why we transferred over to y'all. And supposedly y'all giving us better service. And then he said, excuse me, that they were complaining because they weren't getting any text messages. They weren't getting their calls, nothing. Almost a whole month now. So supposedly this black guy helped them out. The other black guy that was sent to help him. He he got everything situated. He made sure, he said, oh, we're gonna waive your activation fees and all this. And then, all right, right after that they said, all right, chill, we got everything done. We went home. Okay. All right, I got in the text 2 spaces down, space, dot, see him raging because he said that the very next day when he called, because he still couldn't get no telephone calls, he could call out but couldn't get no telephone calls. He said he called Verizon only to find out that none of his lines were on the Verizon network.
Wow.
None.
And they still charging him?
Huh. Well, come to find out, that bill that he said that he got that was $200 over, right? Because just a FYI, them 3 lines, that nigga told him them 3 lines were going to be $88. The bill said that was going to be $335, right? So he said he called, the text say he called Verizon, found out that his lines were not even ported over, not even running on the Verizon network. So he said he had to spend 4 hours on the line getting all that done. And at the end of everything, right, doing somebody else's job that he don't get paid for, he found out that he owed a bill. How?
Wow.
How, my nigga? How? And what's funny is how Spanish people come up in the store, yo. They come in the shit. See them roll out. Hola, señorita. I got these cell phones. They got cell phones and shit. These cell phones, what? $1,400 a pop? Where you getting all this credit from T-Mobile? You got special credit? What you got? Spanish credit and shit?
Spanish credit.
It must be Spanish credit, yeah. Because based on the text, he said, look, black people is not getting no tax and they ain't getting no credit. They're not getting it. All right? He was pissed, bro. He pissed. You should see the text. It's funny. It's funny, but it's not funny all at the same time, right? So he said the most he could get was 1 phone, and he had to trade that in. The other one he had to pay outright. I know goddamn well, bro, them Spanish people not coming in there with no $4,000 or $5,000 to go in there and get no 16 iPhone 16 Pro telephones and they rolling out with 4 new phones. Come on now. But on the commercial, you can see them. Julio, Maria, all them niggas in there getting new shit. Black people come in, can't get nothing. Yes, my mouth is very big. I'm gonna just talk on it, bro. I'm gonna talk on it because you know, say this shit is some bullshit, and man, it's bullshit. All right. So here we go. The see lady say on the text, he said that they had to transfer into another person, right? And the lady told him that his bill was due the day before. How is your bill due the day before you get service? Wait. That sounds like a damn hotel, don't it? Like you reserved the shit. They like, all right, we're going to put it down a deposit. So yeah, when you show up, if you don't show up, we're going to charge you. And we need to charge you for incidentals. We're going to charge you on time. Pay before you stay, nigga. But
I'll pay before you stay.
Yeah. But this is
and
so
what type of treatment is that for people that are U.S. citizens? That's all I'm finna say. We have people that came from a third world country and they come into a first world country, and I don't really see how they did anything to even get in. There's one thing to say, okay, I'm in harm and everything, and like I've heard a bunch of politicians even speak about it. There's one thing to say, okay, I'm in danger. Right. I need to come into the U.S. because in Mexico is very dangerous, right? But then it's another one to lie about it and then come into America and then start committing crime.
Right.
Like, oh yeah, Americans are soft. So let you in here hoping that, you know, you were seeking help, seeking asylum, not seeking to harm people. And they just abused it. And that is where we have Joe Biden to blame, because as president, it is his job to take care of the American citizens. He showed favoritism to Hispanic people. And I'm not going to lie, people started disliking Hispanics because they saw that they were getting favored.
Right.
And they weren't really doing that much. A bunch of people said, okay, America is... it runs and it is powered by slaves. I understand that. Every country is. You know, that's why it works. Right? But it becomes a whole different story when people aren't working and they have the people that were working, they just have them work, and then they just bring in people from third world countries, and they literally told them, oh, you can relax now, you can chill, and we're just going to give you a bunch of free bread for no reason.
Because they ain't put in on this
They
man.
didn't.
Now, somebody else, right? They might beg to differ, right? They would say, yes, they did. Yes, Mexican people did put in on this. They helped to build the United States. Well, let me go ahead and break your brain, right? Because, like in the 70s and like the late 70s, everything that you would get on this soil, if you look at it, say made in Mexico. Made in Mexico. Like now, everything from like the 90s up, everything was saying made in China. Right? But before, it was made in Mexico. So now your question is, right? Who was producing all of these made in Mexico items that were being shipped into the United States? And before I break your brain on that one, let us just define the United States. Because it is not this country's language. This is not the United States. The company name is the United States. They united 13 states from Florida up to New York, right? Including Maine and Connecticut. That ain't got shit to do with the rest of us, right? It ain't got nothing to do with the rest of us. But that's just it right there, altogether, right? All right. So, if that be the case, if it's made in Mexico, who's in Mexico doing it? Are these the real, the original Mexicans? The original Olmecs? I'm gonna break your brain right here. Are these the original Olmecs
could be containers housing missiles. We don't know how many, and we don't know the targets.
To find out, we need to
Well, I'm gonna
capture
just say
Hassan
what
and
it
bring him
is.
in for
Is it
interrogation.
the immigrant
We'll send
Mexicans
Soap
or
and
the
Ghost
immigrants they
to
send
make
into
up with the
Mexico,
Mexican
and
special
the area
forces
that
in
they drop
country,
them in, they
along
call
with
it
all the
Mexico
manpower they
City,
need.
right?
We
Just like
can't
New
start a war
York
in
City,
Mexico,
it's no
General.
different.
Certainly
Somebody
not.
log
I'll
in
task
and
Bill
tell me
Graves
it's
and his
something
shadow
different.
company,
Please tell me something
PMCs,
different,
to assist.
because if you live
Their
in New
rules of
York, you ought to
engagement
know,
can help us cut some
right?
red tape and
There are
get this
Caribbean
done.
people that come up from
Understood, sir.
Grenada,
Let's find
Guadalupe,
Hassan.
Puerto Rico, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, every place you can think about, Bermuda, Barbados, just keep naming it, right? And please, don't nobody say nothing like, oh, these are Latino. Latino hell. Them niggas do not speak Latin, so they cannot be Latino or Latina. That's some bullshit that they went to label it with, and everybody picking it up. But all I'm saying is, when they drop people into the state, the area that they put them in profusely, they call it a city, excuse me, and the people now think that that runs the whole state, like New York City. But you got a New York City, do your research, you got a New York City and a New York State. And most of, like 80, no, I'm gonna say like 90, right? The indigenous people of New York are in New York State. Some of them, put into the city, but most of them are in New York State. You ain't gonna know it though. Same thing with Mexico.
It's normal here.
The immigrants are in Mexico. So was it them making all of these, goods that were being shipped in the United States? And if that's the case, right,
and many of those who resist
it looks like they in business.
disappear.
So it looks like these
Because
are the slaves of the United States that were pushed into an area, and they called it Mexico City, made it their own. They pushed a few slaves over there, and then from that point, they got them producing stuff. And then they're shipping it into the United States, right? And so what are they saying? Oh, we worked for 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 years to be able to get this. So now we got claimed, so we should be able to be allowed to come into the United States after 100 years because we worked. That's some bullshit. Is that not over your head, brother? It's hell yeah, it's over your head, because if you a teenager in these years, right about now, you're not going to know that this happened. You're not going to know. And they know that you're not going to know. The only thing you're seeing right now is these banana-colored ass people with this dark hair, and they got a different accent.
Where can we find
But
them?
then they look just like the gringos, the Caucasians that they don't like, they the same people. But one of them was just going to say, oh, we're not Latino, we're not Latina, right? We are white, man. We're white. You're not white, nigga. Okay, I'm gonna calm down. I'm gonna calm down. Because the only thing I'm saying is this. This shit is way over everybody's head. It's way over everybody's head. So now this nigga Biden let in every nigga who eat a burrito, who's been eating a burrito for every day of the year for the past 50 years. He let him in. Them niggas stormed the border. When you ever seen that before? Well, maybe not. Maybe some people haven't seen it before. I ain't never seen that shit before. They stormed the border and came through. Did we not see during COVID? Haitians came up too. They stopped them niggas flat.
They stopped them niggas before they could even look at the wall.
Shit. They couldn't even think of coming in. They had a thought of coming. They stopped them niggas over there. They put up canvas. They put up all tarpaulin. They put up all sorts of shit. Fire, water. They done made themselves their own refugee camp because the U.S. is like, y'all niggas not just come in. But how are you building borders on somebody else's land and telling somebody else they can't come in? It's not even your shit. But again, that's over your head, right? Again, that's over your head. So, going back to the Verizon thing, because I know we got a little bit off topic, but it's the same thing. They basically let all these Spanish people over, that these immigrants that were pushed into Mexico City, down there in Old Mex, they pushed them all up here and said, okay, now, why don't y'all come up? We're going to push y'all money. And as we push y'all money now, y'all go feed the companies here in the United States. y'all did y'all, y'all did y'all work,
Clear.
Y'all did y'all work. Like they do in China. Y'all did y'all work. And when it's time for y'all paid y'all dues, now y'all can come on over and enjoy some of that luscious. But that's bullshit because
Take the door.
they are benefiting on the backs of the indigenous people of this country. And it ain't called the United States. So now when you go to the store and they treat you like shit because you don't look Spanish or you don't look gringo-ish or pink colored skin with blonde hair, blue eyes, or black hair, or whatever the case is, or you're not a half-breed, quadroon, octoroon, quarteroon, sextuplet, whatever you want to call it.
Room clear.
If you don't look like that, then guess what?
No sign of
You're
Hassan.
You
not
don't get
getting
shit. You ain't get shit. Your best bet, and I'm not telling nobody go do it. Please believe me, I'm not telling you that. But I am
What happened to
telling
the
you
families here?
that that's why
The
you
cartel
see
brings
these
violence.
black dudes. Oh my
Believe.
goodness, please. I'm not going to start right there. I'm not going to start right there. But that's why you see a lot of black men today. They with white broads. Why? And I know ain't nobody gonna say it. Y'all niggas is some damn lame ass ducks, bruh. Y'all lame ass ducks. Because ain't
Where's
nobody
your
gonna
family?
say,
How
hold
you
on,
watch movies?
hold on,
Let's
hold on,
move.
hold on, bruh.
So, this is where they were hiding Hassan. Expect resistance. Todos los equipos, eso es para contención. Para
They
brecha.
playing.
Avanza, avanza.
That. No, like
What is that?
It's not that. It's You'll hear yourself as you talk, but it's not overlaid. You know,
All right,
when
we
it's
still live?
not real time. It's not real time. It's
No, but this
like
is
a
way,
few-
way, way before. They mess with it.
No. It's a few seconds.
I don't hear
deep.
myself though.
Desperado.
Keep
No
going.
Hassan. Second deck. Sí, vamos. Let's move upstairs and get Hassan.
Oh, it looks like we can
Only
only.
at the stairs.
We should still be broadcasting.
Resume.
Okay.
Go ahead. Hit
Hold on,
yes.
hold on.
And we can reconvene.
Okay. Cancel.
Hmm.